Mexico was a sovereign state and the southern neighbor of the United States of America. New California Republic settlers and rangers are active in the former Mexican state of Baja. Pre-war. Mexico suffered at the hands of both natural disasters and man-made ones. In 2042, a major earthquake hit Mexico City, and due to its usefulness in reclamation and disaster cleanup, the Mr. Handy General Construction robot became the leader in sales in Mexico. By 2051, the United States had placed various economic sanctions on Mexico, citing political instability and pollution, but the actual reason was to protect business interests and the oil supplies within Mexico. These sanctions would severely destabilize Mexico, and the United States Armed Forces would enter Mexico to ensure the operation of oil refineries, all at Mexico's expense. Yet despite this disaster and destabilization, Mexico remained a vital partner of the United States, once again due to business interests and the oil supply it provided. Businesses that operated in Mexico before the war included PetroChico, an oil company effectively owned by the American Poseidon Energy, and the publisher of a newspaper entitled El Periódico de las Aburridas. The Great War and Aftermath. It suffered widespread devastation during the Great War, on October 23, 2077. As the Great War occurred, Mexico was bombarded by nuclear weapons. The capital city was turned into radioactive ruins, although perhaps spared from the even greater destruction seen elsewhere, such as in Washington, D.C. or Bakersfield. The collapse of society resulted in total chaos, and Mexico City was quickly taken over by looters, who formed the beginning of the raider tribes. To escape the violence, citizens fled, some traveling across the now non-existent American border to locations such as Zion Canyon. Mexico's environment, like that of the United States, was dramatically altered in the aftermath of the Great War. Radioactive waste released from Control Station Enclave drifted down the coast of California and Mexico, causing irreversible ecological damage. The western beaches were saturated with toxic waste, and sea life irradiated by indiscriminate dumping of waste into the ocean. Ranger Chief Hanlon mentions both night stalkers and bighorners are present in the region. In the 23rd century, the new California Republic has expanded into the former Mexican state of Baja. A small number of settlers attempted to establish a settlement, and the inhospitable, arid terrain led to a number of conflicts with the local population. In at least one instance, at Rattletail, 5 NCR settlers were responsible for killing over 24 people who tried to gather water at the well they claimed as their own, the only one of which in a radius of 50 miles. The settlement was abandoned after the ranger leader sent to protect the town from raider attacks persuaded them to abandon it with a fake story about a 100-strong raider army bearing down on the place. Years later, the Republic deployed NCR veteran rangers into the former Mexican region, to which Chief Hanlon described as sending their most experienced rangers to chase ghosts down in Baja, creating a more precarious situation for those fighting in the Mojave campaign. Companies El Periódico de las Aburridas and PetroChico,